Well, hey everybody, it's Dom from the Elvis Himselvis channel. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Just a couple of Elvis news stories here from the Elvis universe thought you guys would like to know. The very first one is about a production that's over in the UK that just opened up called the Elvis Evolution, the Immersive Experience. And apparently this has been in the works for a couple of years, and I've been following the story. It made headlines probably about a year and a half ago because it was anticipated that this production was going to bring an AI hologram of Elvis to life for the fans. And in the end, it didn't really do that. And it's apparently got some bad reviews. Some people wanted refunds when they saw the program. It was stated during the campaign that they were doing to promote the project that they were originally doing it, but later I guess they scrapped it. I don't know if it's Famous Brands who is over Elvis's like the licensing that didn't want to do it, or if EPE didn't want to do it, who knows. But that part was scrapped. But what they went with was a period timepiece where you go into like sets, I guess is you want to call it, and they look like you're in the 1960s or the 1970s, and the performance is Elvis on a screen. I'm sure if you guys can see this, but it's Elvis on a screen, and it has live members of his band sitting on the center square, like he did for the 68 comeback special. But instead of having the hologram, it had Elvis on a screen in the back of them. So those actors had moved from set to set, apparently, reenacting different, periods of Elvis's life. I'm not sure if maybe during the early days and the Sundays, if they played Scotty Moore and Bill Black and DJ Fontana. I don't know. I didn't see the whole show. But anyway, so people were looking for the AI, the hologram, and it didn't happen. So people were buying tickets anticipating that. That was cut out of the show. And the production company that was doing this stated that at the time of they were selling tickets that was not promised. So people are trying for refunds, but they're not giving back refunds. So this show is supposed to leave the UK. States here is supposed to go to Japan and then Las Vegas, a couple of locations. So let's see how this pans out. I'm not sure if ticket sales are going to keep going, or if people are going to, bad publicity is going to stop ticket sales in the future. Who knows? But that is the latest from the Elvis Evolution show. So the second story here is such great news for Elvis fans. Baz Luhrmann is now going to be releasing a production called Epic, and the Elvis Presley concert. And you have to know a little bit about the background of this to see why it's so special. Of course, he's coming off of the Elvis biopic. But for decades, Elvis fans have waited for the outtakes, the additional music, the additional footage from both the Elvis on Tour and That's the Way It Is documentaries. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but in 1995, I believe it was Turner Entertainment, MGM, that came out with Elvis the Lost Performances. It was on VHS. It was before DVD. Those performances on that tape were extra performances that weren't shown on the original documentaries. So everybody's thinking at that time there's more footage they're going to release. But the last formal release of footage was that VHS tape. And I think it was close to 30 years ago now. What was a big disappointment, at least for me, was the Elvis on Tour. When the theatrical release happened, there wasn't extra footage with that. I believe the only thing they had that was different were some interviews of the producers, the filmmakers, talking about how they did the production and their time with Elvis. And that was pretty much the only thing that was added to it. So cool to see it on the big screen, but, there was nothing really extra about it. So this is really going to be cool. Apparently this is now debuting at the Toronto Film Festival. Not sure about a national release. We were yet to hear about that. if it's going to be a limited release or if it's going to be a nationwide release. Hopefully, it's not going straight to streaming. I hope not. I want to see this on the big screen. I'm sure you guys do too. We'll have to wait and see. Not really sure. So just a short vid. One event that's happening that's not really that good. And the next one is something I believe, like it is called, it's epic. It's going to be epic. And long time coming. So looking forward to it. All right. Hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for all new subscribers. And thanks for getting the word out so far about the channel. It's been fantastic so far. And great to talk with you guys online. And if you have any comments, any additional information, please post it down below. And till next time, the Elvis Evolution channel, I'm Dom, and I'll see you later.